Hey everybody, welcome to the Health Corner. It's official, I've completed my 28-day clean eating challenge. Today is day 29. So in this video, I'm going to be doing my final weigh-in. I'm going to be showing you my before and after pictures, and I'm also going to do my final measurements. But before we get to all of that, if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button, throw up those thumbs, and leave a comment below. Now, I want to give you guys a little bit around the experience I've had during the 28-day clean eating challenge, and I want to make sure I say one thing right off the top. The reason I did this and the whole point of this was to gain health. That was the number one. Remember, I want to focus on weight loss by saying, let's start looking at health gain. We gain health to lose weight because you don't lose weight to get healthy. You want to gain weight. You want to gain health, which will then help you lose weight. And that is what the 28-day clean eating challenge was all about. Now, some off-the-scale victories I had and some areas where I felt really great is my energy. My energy levels are way up. And because of that, I've been a lot more active. I've been able to get more things done around the house. I've been able to do more things with the wife. We went out, we've been doing walks around the block on a nightly basis. And not that I couldn't do those before, but it's just easier. Everything seems to be easier. And actually, I find myself when I'm not doing something feeling a lot more antsy, like I got to get something done because I have these energies that I didn't have before. Because what I did is I took out all the foods that my body couldn't use for energy and I removed them. So now everything I'm putting into my body is an energy source and it's helping fuel my days. Another area that I've seen some gains is in the way I look, right? So you can see it in my face, you can see it in my skin, under my eyes. I look healthier. And that's a big gain. Another area is in my food budget. My food budget's down. My overall grocery bill's up a little bit, but my food budget's down. Additionally, my clothes fit better. I have a shirt that I wore to work actually today that when I was at my worst, some of the buttons were just barely hanging on by a thread, right around the midsection. They're just sitting there screaming, just like, don't let go. So they aren't doing that anymore. Now they're nice and snug and they're doing exactly as they're supposed to, keeping my shirt nice and tight. So those are some areas where I've really seen some gains. Additionally, beyond all of that, I feel so accomplished. For 28 days, I was able to eliminate a ton of things, such as alcohol, coffee, sugars, artificial sweeteners, nitrates. I only ate cage-free chicken and grass-fed beef. I eliminated the vinegars and so many other toxins that aren't great for your body. And I did it. And I did it for 28 days. And yeah, it had challenges. There was bumps along the road, but I was able to accomplish it. And because of that, I feel a huge sense of accomplishment. And that alone makes me feel great and makes me ready for the next phase of whatever I'm going to be doing next, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But I feel accomplished. I feel great. And I couldn't have done it without the 28-day clean eating challenge. And I also couldn't have done it without my wife's support. She was a big part of this. And I would say to anybody that's living in a household with people, with a wife and kids, or even roommates, if you're going to do a program, it's really great to have a support system in place so it can help you be successful. Because what you don't want to do is be in a situation where everybody's sabotaging your diet, because that can be a challenge. So those are some areas where I've really felt I had some gains that were off of the scale gains. But why don't we step on that scale and see where I officially weigh in at. So there you have it. At the end of the 28-day clean eating challenge, I officially lost 14 pounds. And I actually look at this and it was 186 flat. That means I am 1/10 of a pound away from 185, which would have been 15 pounds. So I am super excited with that. I feel like I hit my goal. My long-term goal, or my Hail Mary goal, would have been 20 pounds. I never actually thought I would reach that. 15 was what I was always shooting at. And I was right there at 14 pounds. All right, well, why don't we take a look at the final measurements? So let's go ahead and first show you where I was pre-28-day clean eating challenge. All right, so why don't we go ahead and take a look at where we are now. So you can see I am 39 inches at the midsection. I've got 40 inches at the waist. And I am 40 inches around the chest. So there I've dropped 4 inches around the midsection, 1 around the waist, and I dropped 3 around the chest. So that's fantastic. I feel like, you can see it. My clothes fit better. I could tell it. Well, now why don't we take a look at where I was before and where I am now. I can totally see the difference there. The before pictures, you can easily mask these, though, to be fair. I've seen before pictures where everybody's like all down, and then after they're all smiling and happy, and of course they look better. Hopefully, you can tell I tried not to do that, and I tried to do actual looking before and after pictures. So now that I'm done with the 28-day clean eating challenge, I'm asked a lot, what's next? Well, for me, what's next is I've got to be careful in the way I go back after things. When you've detoxed and cleaned out your body like I have, the whole purpose of this, and the reason we eliminated things such as dairy and peanuts and gluten, is to identify if you have any allergies to those. So what I'm going to do now is you're supposed to bring back one ingredient for 3 days, and we want to start with something like peanuts and then move to like fruits and then, go through the processed dairy, and usually you leave gluten at the end because gluten can be the most severe. I've done a 28-day clean eating challenge before. I've never done it to this extent where I filmed it, spoke about it, and also did it 100% like I did this one. But I've done it before, so I have an idea of what ingredients can affect my bodies and which ones don't. However, I'm going to do my best to bring them back, even though every part of me right now screams, cheat meal, cheat meal, cheat meal. I'm not going to go jump out and do that. I don't want to eliminate all the good habits I've created, because part of the reason we do 28 days is because we want to break habits, and it takes about 28 days to break a habit. And so I've erased a lot of my bad food habits. In fact, today at work, I went by that guy's desk that has the jar of Reese's Pieces peanut butter cups, my kryptonite, and there they were sitting there. And you know what? I walked right past them. I didn't grab one, and I didn't have it. And that to me is a success. That's breaking the habits. I didn't go to the coffee machine. We have a coffee machine at work that does lattes and cappuccinos, and you can do like a vanilla latte, which is what I would normally do. I just didn't do that this morning. I stuck with my fizz sticks. It stuck with what I've been comfortable doing and had no problems with it. So going forward, I'm going to continue to integrate items back in. I'm going to do an 80-20 rule. So 80% of the time, I'm going to continue to do exactly what I've been doing for the last 28 days. And the only difference is I'm not going to be as strict on some of the ingredients. For instance, there are salad dressings that I really like that I didn't use at all during the 28-day clean eating challenge that I might bring back and use from time to time. And speaking of macros, I might follow those a little closer and kind of measure my carbs and my fat intake and my protein and calories and see where that goes. And I might even go hit the gym. I didn't exercise at all during the 28-day clean eating challenge. So when I lost those 14 pounds, there was no exercise involved, just what I would do around the house normally, such as, chores and yard work and the occasional walk around the block. As for the channel, I plan to continue to make content, talk about health and wellness. I've got a lot of recipes I still want to do. I do want to do some more recaps on some of my favorite meals that I had during the 28-day clean eating challenge. And continue to share with you guys the good and the bad. I don't anticipate just always to have success. There's going to be days where I cheat, and there's going to be days where I fall off the wagon. And I kind of feel the key to any diet or any type of program is if you do fall off, is that you get right back on as soon as possible, and don't let one mistake or one cheat meal derail an entire month's worth of progress. Because a lot of people, they do that. They have a moment where they have failure, and then they don't get back at it, and they don't get back on the horse, and they let that drive them. Otherwise, that's the plan for now. I plan to continue to do what I'm doing, 80-20, just to kind of recap what the 28 days meant to me. Beyond the love and support I got, and everybody that watched and followed and commented and liked and sent me encouraging messages, I can't thank you guys enough. This 28 days has been an amazing experience. I'm extremely confident in what I accomplished and what I learned, which is that I don't necessarily need alcohols and fatty foods when things get hard, when I'm stressed or have anxiety or depression. I don't have to turn to those crutches that I used to before. That's a huge success for me. Additionally, I feel great. And all in all, I just can't thank everybody enough. 14 pounds, 28 days, 4 inches around the midsection. All in all, it's been a success. So until next time, everybody, I appreciate it. like this video, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment below, and remember to always make clean eating decisions.